attached the main copy. There's an additional copy for council covering the actual audit paperwork that was filed on DCED. And there's a copy of our bill, and we made copies of the actual notes. We didn't make 7 copies of the actual report that was filed with DCED, but I gave an extra one to Carly because it doesn't tell you all the background information. So we made copies of the actual notes. So if it's okay, I'll pass those out. You know. And I'm thinking most of the folks can read through it pretty good. So I mean, we're not going to read it to you, but if you guys want to look at it.
Did you have this did you have this prepared Monday?
We did have most of it prepared, but being that we didn't plan on giving it to you guys on Monday night because I didn't know how long I was going to be at the Water Authority meeting, and sometimes the council meetings do run short, and I didn't want you guys sitting out here waiting on me if it was a 2-hour Water Authority meeting. Actually, I did make 2 corrections since Monday, so no, it wasn't exactly done. Because yesterday I did make 2 corrections.
So are these part of the almost 600 copies that are
Yes.
placed on here?
Yes. Because last year there was not.
Why?
There was not copies given of the notes to council members, so, because I talked to a couple council members and they never saw the notes. So I just went ahead and made copies while I was making copies of the DCED report. I have a set to go to the Prothonotary's office, which is going there tomorrow because I have to leave work early anyway. And then I made a couple of extra copies because now since it's given to council, it's now public record. So if anybody else wants to look at it.
Why does she use one
There's a lot of information on there. A good chunk of it is the same information that we've now turned in. This is the 3rd year in a row. And not a whole lot of our information was acted upon. So we're hoping maybe with.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did act on a lot of your information.
The uniform thing and the gas card.
There's a few things that we thought as council were not pertinent to act on right away, but as far as the gas card and everything like that there, we eliminated the gas card.
I know, I said, not all of our things, most of our things were not acted on. Yes, the gas card, and we greatly appreciate that, and so do all the taxpayers. The uniform issue was,
Resolved.
no, because in 2013, there were a couple other uniform invoices, and we didn't even bother to make invoices or pull invoices for you this year, because we don't really think anybody looked at them.
That's not
Are
true
you
again.
assuming that?
Yeah, I am assuming that.
Yeah,
Did you look at them, Mrs. Henry?
Pardon me?
Did you look at them?
No, I did not
Okay.
because I,
then, okay.
but I'm just saying, you assuming, I mean,
Okay, so.
you're putting words in everybody's mouth.
So, there were a couple uniform invoices that I thought the agreement was somebody was supposed to okay them or sign off on them, and there was no signature, there was no pre-approval, and that was, I know that was before Jim, so that, you know, that's not even a Jim issue. So I don't know, I'm thinking that needs to be looked into again. But for part of the year, that was curved.
Well, some of these things in here, as far as the borough employees not punching in, that's already been taken care of.
Okay, well,
Same
that's
way
good
with
to
the
hear.
police, that's been taken care of already.
Okay, that's great to hear. But our report was as of items, as of 12/31. So, you know, with the rearrangement of council, we were hoping that some things were already addressed.
I think what you were, I think we sat down with every staff member and every employee in the first couple months since the new council was realigned.
You have sat down or you haven't sat down?
We have.
Have, okay.
We have. I think the only employee we haven't talked to yet is Danny Mack. Yeah. And I appreciate the new people on the council inviting me to the next meeting. We appreciate that.
And Carly, I have the pink tub out in my truck. I wasn't gonna drag it in here and drag it back outside. And I
I did
didn't
not
see.
drive here.
Oh, well then I'll just drop it off at your house if that's okay.
Okay,
I wasn't gonna drag it in here,
okay.
because by the time we did put all the paperwork in it, it's a little bit heavy.
Mhm. That's fine.
You want to see the
What was the cost turned in last year, Carol? Did we pay you? I'm not sure if I know.
It was $500 last year also.
Piece?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
How much, hurry?
Do you want an executive session for what purpose?
Just to discuss this, so we can go up,
But
review it,
it has to be for personnel, can't be just discussed.
personnel.
What's that?
Just for legality, I guess, we can shoot back.
I mean, I-
The decision has to be including the budget itself.
What's that?
The audit. Nothing else can be discussed.
Appreciate that. He's absolutely.
Does council have any questions for the auditors? Anything you
No,
want to
actually, you're
clarify?
gonna go well, Carol. I mean, you do have the audit turned in, everything's fine.
Well, on the main
mean, other
paper
than
that I
the-
turned
other
in
than-
to Carly, the main paper that I turned into Carly has a copy of the sheet that we printed when we filed it online on Sunday. So we printed that, just so that there's proof that we submitted it. It takes them months to review it because they have so many to look at.
Right.
So that's the only proof we have that we submitted it. I have a copy ready to go to the Pathonetari's office tomorrow. And last year I got them to date stamp it when I turned it in. And I have to leave work early tomorrow anyway, that's why it's not getting filed until tomorrow. And then I have to do the ad for the later times, or the sheet that goes in the later times.
This is a question I'll ask you, we asked this last year, but I'll ask you again, and I probably know your response. Is there anything we can make it easier for you next year?
Yeah, if the books were balanced when we got them.
How about, you said about quarterly check?
Well, we would appreciate that, but last year,
I didn't hear you.
you're saying audit quarterly?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that would be very helpful. We asked that last year and we were kind of ignored. That's included in our notes. It would make it much easier because if there is a problem, if we see that there's a problem, we can give you the heads up instead of after the whole year. It's been going on a whole year and now this is already May. So if there's a problem that was in 2013 and it's continuing, it's now 5 months into the next year. So it might be helpful to everyone.
We start saving money in June. If we correct the problem.
What would be really a big one that we've been asking is to do that separate payroll account.
We had actually done that. We just recently changed that. Didn't we have an outside company doing our payroll?
No,
we're talking-
Separate checking account that you pull over to do the payroll and pay the taxes.
Okay.
And then that'll zero out on payday, but everything pertaining to payroll will be in that one account. And it would make it so much easier. So much easier.
Yeah. Finance committee. What did you say? Okay, this short executive session for, audit.
You can.
State the time of your meeting, Mr.
6:40. 6:45.
Okay, it's good. Maybe if you will state the time of your meeting.
Bess, I don't believe you can hold an executive session to discuss the
There's some
audit.
legal matters we want to discuss in these papers. I don't know if we can talk about them.
Is it still on?
Anybody else?
Stand and make the faces.
Wait a second,
How's that?